What's up, everybody? It is your boy Phil Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here with our Week 3 Sunset Team Builder here. And if you guys are excited, leave a like, haven't already, subscribe. If you are new, join the Phil Shocker crew today because you can feel with the king of the crew. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this team builder. So, with that being said, we are going against Hemi and the Persona 5 Spectral Thieves, which I think is a pretty cool team name, not gonna lie. But, this is going to be our week 3 match. She has pretty much a mono dragon team except for one grass type, but we don't really count that grass type. She has one ground type, but we don't really count the ground type either. And she has one rock type, but we don't really count the rock type. So she pretty much has mono dragon on her team. And it's scary. It is relatively scary. It is. Because going into this week, I actually was gonna have no way to kind of handle her team in a sense, but I'm feeling confident going into this matchup because we made our transactions. If you guys haven't seen it already, go ahead and definitely check out those transactions we made because they're going to be coming into full effect this week for sure. But let's go ahead and break down her team. She's got Sand team with Dragon, so she's got Sand with both Gigalith and Hippowdon. Her Sand Rush users being Dracovish and Dracosold, and Mega Garchomp, and the rest of the team being Duraludon, Como-O, Drampa, Dragalge, Appleton, and Alone Executor, and having Maractus. Looking at this matchup, I don't think any of her oh my god, Dragon Grass ones are showing up, and I just don't think more the Maractus is showing up at all. There's a decent small chance that she could potentially bring Appleton, but I highly doubt it. Gigalith could come over Hippowdon, but I think in some perspectives, I think Hippowdon's a bit better. But I could be mistaken. Who knows? Also, sorry for yawning. Mega Garchomp could potentially come if she's bringing a really bulky dragon. Bringing bulky with there. Dragalge potentially could come because the choice specs hit I really can't switch into, and I pretty much kind of struggle with. I do kind of expect it to come because I do have Wigglytuff, and I maybe do expect her not to be potentially choiced in some fashion, but she could be choiced into potentially Sludge Wave as well instead of having to lock into a Dragon move, which could be, the bait right there as well. So there's definitely options for her in this type of match. So definitely something to keep an eye on. But for the main six, I think the Sand team of Hippo, Plazolt, and Vish are really strong versus me. I think Duraludon's pretty good because it can match up pretty good against the ice types I have as they are neutral to it. I think Como-O is also a really good bring. Might be forced to be Scarf Como-O. I don't know. But I don't exactly know for sure myself, but it is what it is. We have Big Dragon. Hold on. She's got Drampa as well. Drampa, I think, is coming because of the normal typing. I feel like the normal typing would be pretty good to have. But again, I can easily see something like Dragalge come. So let's go ahead and break down the team we're bringing this week. First off, we're bringing my Mega Gallade here with 112 HP, max attack, 32 defense, and 112 in the speed. I might change Swords Dance to Bulk Up just because it looks a bit better to me, and I actually get some bulk back. Actually, you know what? We're on bulk up. So we're gonna run bulk up this time with Drain Punch and Headbutt and Dual and Ice Punch. Dual Stab plus Ice Punch is literally all I need to beat her team. That's all I need to beat her team. This is one of the main ways we basically knock out Coco. We take out any of her main big dragon threats as well. This can beat her dragon threats without it. We just gotta make sure we don't have any boost stuff, and then we're good for go. We are faster than the fastest thing on our team, which is going to be. Excuse me there, guys. Whew. We are faster than her max fastest thing, which is the Mega Chomp, believe it or not, and so we are faster than that. So if anything's Choice Scarf, we'll know, but if she's bringing Sand, I feel like she's going to just bring full-on Sand versus us, and just maybe not think about speed stats or anything like that. And anyways, we'll be undersped anyways, and not be faster than Draco's and all that stuff. So that's why I think another reason having bulk up would probably be a good idea. Up next, we're bringing pretty much our win con in Blastoise. We have made it so when Blastoise shell smashes, even in Sand, Dracozolt and Dracovish do not outspeed me. And with being timid max speed with max special attack, Ice Beam will always knock out Dracozolt. And we have Dragon Pulse on there, so we can guarantee knock out Dracovish. Surf is just there to hit just maybe the Hippowdon and the Gigalith. And it probably seems a little dumb to have Surf on here, but I feel like Surf's just a safe overall bring because it's neutral to Mega Chomp if I want to knock out Mega Chomp with that instead of Ice Beaming. And I feel like having Surf's there because, again, if Hippowdon comes and even if Gigalith comes, I want to be able to smack them more harder than not being able to hit it. Like, if Gigalith per se comes and I don't have Surf on Blastoise, Gigalith actually becomes a little bit of a problem for Blastoise to deal with from a annoying standpoint. But I feel like Surf is just generally the safe thing to have because, again, it knocks out Hippowdon in one shot. It may or may not knock out Gigalith in one shot, even with the +2 boost because of the sand, but it's still something to keep in mind in that type of situation. But basically, a Blastoise Shell Smash, we straight up win. There's nothing that should be faster with us, which is really, really good. Also, making their debut is the Mini Hail Core themselves. We have Aurora here, our Auroras with the Choice Scarf Snow Warning with Blizzard, Freeze Dry, Flash Cannon, and Aurora Veil. 104 HP, max special attack, 152 in the speed stat. And if I haven't said it already, 232 speed, timid nature, max special attack, and 24 in that. And like I said, once we shell special for faster and everything. But Aurora's here is actually really, really good. Aurora's is a little risky to bring because she does have a steel type and she does have an fighting type. But again, I'm choice scarf. So again, if I can know if she's choice scarfed in any one of those mons, that's good information to get right out of the gate. Because then I can kind of know exactly what I'm dealing with going against her in this type of a matchup. But nonetheless, I think Aurora's, if nothing's choice scarf, because I don't know if she's really showing off choice scarf sets or anything like that. Auroras can go in. The only one that can be scary in Auroras is if it's a 1v1 with Como-O and it's the switching with Gigalith. That's the one problem we're going to deal with. I do have Flash Cannon to potentially hit the Gigalith for super effective damage, and I'm running my basically my main stabs in Blizzard and Freeze Dry, which really put a main hurting on my opponent because most of their team has got kind of, I would say, more of a physical bulk than special bulk, in my opinion. We are packing the Aurora Veil just in case, again, there is any potential chance she wants to either bring in something like Gigalith. Well, I guess we can't really freeze stuff with it. But in case, like, she brings in just anything like Como-O, I can go for the Aurora Veil and then go into something like Blastoise, Mega Gallade, and you can see my like future down, like some of the mons there. Like I just felt like having Aurora Veil is really good because again, if Hippo is one of her main choices, she does need to be careful because I don't have to lock myself into Blizzard. Once she loses her sand, Blizzard spam is right there, and I am gonna keep making sure I keep Aurora's alive because of again we don't get rid of her sand user, and if she doesn't even bring her sand user, then this thing could just spam Blizzards consistently, which is really really good. Up next, we're bringing the upside down Mr. Vish. His name will fit once we get into the battle. But we're bringing Mixed Vish this week. I feel like Mixed Vish is really, really good this game. We are bringing a little more of a physically offensive Vish, but we have the special. We are running Never Melt Ice because, again, her team really hates those pesky Ice type moves, and her only two mons that come in on Water type hits that taken on the Ice type hits is Gigalith and Hippowdon. And even with Hippowdon and even having something like Maractus, this thing shuts down Maractus hands down because of that. I was thinking of maybe wanting Water Absorb in this matchup is because of that, but with having Slush Rush, I can have speed control, which I think is very, very much important right there. I believe I've made this thing to be faster than Choice Scarf Dracozolt, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what we did. So, also if you hear a train in the background, I apologize. But I generally feel like Draco Arctovish is really, really good this matchup. I really think it can really do a lot of work, and I really am excited to try it out. Up next, of course, going against Mono Dragon, we gotta bring the Dragon Slayer himself. Give me Energy Ragey Draco, who is number 3 or 4 on the kill leaderboards right now, with just after his first weeks of performance. Running Dragon Energy, Dragon Pulse, Reflect, and Draco Meteor. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Draco Meteor is in case you just want to absolute nuke something. Dragon Energy, obviously, because of our speed stat and everything we can do. Dragon Pulse, just because it's Dragon Pulse. Reflect, obviously. And what's best about this is I can straight up lead this thing. I do not care. I will straight up lead this thing. If she wants to lead Sand, I'm literally just going to click Dragon Energy. That is all I'm going to do. And then so now she goes into something like Dracozolt or something like that, I might switch out. Potentially. for that reason. Because again, I'm literally just clicking Dragon Energy. Whatever's in front of me is gonna just straight up die. Because with 136 HP, that's base 575 power of Dragon Energy plus the 150 it already has. It is straight nuking something on the team, which is powerful. But honestly, Regidrago is another win con beside our Ice types and our Shell Smash Blastoise. And last one that's also making her debut is going to be Bouquet, our Roserade, holding those choice specs with Toxic Spike, Sludge Bomb, Dazzling Gleam, Extra Sensory. Now, if I don't see Drago's... Oh my god! If I don't see Dragology, I think this will actually probably most likely be my lead, and so I can set up Toxic Spikes, because she has no removal on her team at all. Like, there is no removal on her team, so we're hopefully going to take advantage of that and just really stack up the toxic spikes. Roserade's more can be used as a potential semi-breaker and just really set up fodder potentially. Just because I really would like to have toxic spikes up on the field, because with having toxic spikes up on her field and she doesn't have Dragalge, she basically just loses to toxic damage, and I literally just need to just keep chipping her down. That's all I would have to do, and she would basically just lose all of her Pokemon to potentially toxic. So that's another reason we have that. We're in Sludge Bomb, Dazzling Gleam, and Extra Sentry with the choice specs because again, if we don't want to just spam toxic spikes, we can just go for other moves and just really put the hurt on her, which is really good. Sludge Bomb's is relatively free. I do need to be careful about potentially spamming that move because then Coma O can come in because of Bulletproof. Other than that, there's a good decent amount of our team that really doesn't want to take the Sludge Bomb. We have Dazzling Gleam, which again pretty much will just nuke about everything on our team, and we are running the Extra Sensory. We are not running any Grass Stab this week, which is a little risky. The main reason that I have Extra Sensory is for two reasons. One, it checks Komodo, and two, it checks Dragalge, which is very important, as Dragalge could be potentially a threat later on this matchup. If this is a case where I can lead with it and she leads with that, I could eventually just go for a straight knockout with potentially the extra sensory. Unfortunately, I am going to run Timid Nature because Timid Nature is relatively important in this match because it outspeeds your base 85s. So that can also tell me if any of those base 85s are Choice Scarf, which is another reason why we do this. 48 HP max special attack. I honestly think, and we are running Poison Point, just taking off the odd chance we could also get a potential Poison if we don't get Toxic Spikes up, which I think is really good. But that's gonna be the team, guys. I am now what the transactions we made was purposely for two reasons. One, the transactions were for this exact moment right here, and two, I wanted to try some new stuff out too. So, hoping these new transactions come into fruition, and we are gonna pick up a big victory here and move to potentially 3-0. We are right now ranked number one after two leagues. We are one of I think two or a few undefeated. I think we're the only one. I think we might be the only two. There might be a few other teams I'm thinking of that are also undefeated, but we're one of the very first teams to go undefeated, which is really good. But anyways, I'm gonna just keep having fun. But anyways, I'm gonna stop talking and stop rambling on this video. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Join the Phil Shocker crew today. But until next time, guys, I'm Phil Shocker, the Nice Hedgehog. I will see you guys next time. Peace.